So close and yet so far. Because I was like, hold on. It's playing. And yet I'm like, wait, why don't I hear music? Why don't I hear sound? Why do I hear nothing?
I didn't hear any sound either.
So, yeah, I don't know. Okay, but welcome everyone.
Hi.
I think I'm hearing us echo from my TV in my headphones.
Oh.
Okay, wait, hold on. Say something now.
Say something, I'm giving up on you.
Great choice. Yeah, no. Even though I muted my TV, I guess because I had the headphones on, it was still like, nope. I'm gonna keep playing. So
Huh.
yes, that was fun. Yay me.
Yay, yay.
Oh, hello everybody. Welcome to PJs and Scribbles, where it looks like I'm a little chaotic. Even though I'm not, I promise. Did the eyes prove it? Did it tell you that I wasn't?
Uh-huh.
I'm not. It's a whole evening. So yes. Hello all. How are you guys doing? How's everybody? No, that's not what I meant to say. How's everything going? That's what I meant to say. I'm gonna let Laura introduce herself. No, that way. I'm gonna let Laura introduce.
Hello. I am Laura Nettles. I have a bajillion horror short stories, flash faces, and drabbles. My 33rd comes out September 15th, and in Parabnormal magazine. My first poem was published by Poet's Choice. It's a poem on dementia. It's in this anthology. But yeah, my own collection of 101 short stories, drabbles, and flashes is called Tiny Shivers. It's been out for a little while, like a year or two. I'm getting old. Yeah, I am currently working on a dark academia novel. I just got a critique on my first chapter that I'm going through right now, so I can revise chapter 1 again, and then hopefully finish drafting chapter 2 in the next day or two. Yep, that's me.
Awesome. I'm Tiffany, otherwise known as TL Russ, all over the places. I do these streams every other Thursday. I write romance books. I'm in the process of figuring out some things, so my intro may be changing here in a little bit. So just know that that's the things that I do. I'm going to go through, once I find my mouse, awesome, the chat. And then we're going to get into a sprint. Let us know what you guys are working on tonight if you want to. And we will maybe tell you what we're working on tonight. Maybe by then I'll know what I'm working on tonight. It'll be great. We have a Shannon here, SD Houston. Hi, all. Made friends with the like button. And then Regina coming in close was like, me too. Hello, friends. And then Shannon gave a little laugh. And we have a Hayden, which I absolutely love that name. Always got to love the like button.
That's my cousin's name.
Really? I love that name. We don't have anybody in our family named that, but I've always loved that name. I don't have any characters named that either. Why don't I have any characters named that? Ooh, new character unlocked. And we have a Regina. Hello, Laura. You're back.
Hi.
And then, hi, Tiffany. Hi, Regina. And Shannon, I thought the no sound was my PC. No, it's me. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I didn't click the thing that's supposed to share sound, because I did move this screen over to my other screen. So maybe that's why I confused it, is that it didn't know where to share the sound. I don't know. It's weird. Hey, and I'm going to have dinner, chicken breast, soy, and ramen. Life of a college student. Ew, we have all been there. While working a novella outline, we have all been there. And You have chicken breasts. Some of us just had ramen. Morgan's here. Hello. SD said, glad it wasn't me. Nope, it was me. Why do I want to call you? And don't take
Eliza.
this away. No, I wanted to call her
Elsa.
Elfie. And I was like, that's wrong. That's so wrong. It's so wrong. Alyssa, or Elise? Hold on, I'm having
Elise.
Elise, thank you. I think I said that in somewhere, maybe in my head. I don't know. But said hi. I'm having issues, y'all. Also, Shannon, no echo here. I'm telling you, I think it's just my headphones. So it's all right. I paused it on my TV so I don't hear it anymore, and we're great. Hayden's saying no echo there. We don't hear anything. Yep, it's just the headphones. JC says, I'll be the one if you want me to, which is following up on Laura's Say Something. I love that. Regina, I mean, we hear you, but not the TV. Well, that's why I had on the headphones, so you wouldn't hear the TV. So see, I was halfway figuring out, thinking with the old noggin. JC is also saying, hey, excellent eye expressions. I have fun with my eyes sometimes. It's going okay. Awesome. And then we got highs for everybody through the chat from Miss Regina and Morgan. I'm ready for the weekend. Are you already on the weekend, Morgan? Or are we just ready? Because tomorrow is Friday, otherwise known as Friday. Have some more highs for everybody. Regina's probably laughing at me. I don't blame you. Some more highs, some more highs, some more highs, some more highs. And while, as I was saying, more highs, more highs, more highs, I almost was like, more house, more house, more. So I have universities on my brain. I don't know. I did music and art for so far today. No dishes washed, but hoping to add romance words tonight. I love that for you, Regina.
My dad is currently installing our new dishwasher.
Miss having a dishwasher. I think I said something about that one time after I came back from visiting my family in Colorado, because I want to say my dad's girlfriend asked me, was I glad to be back? And I was like, I miss their dishwasher. And my father looks right at me. He goes, we have a dishwasher. And I was like, I'm not talking about me. I was talking about the machine. So, yes. Now, see, I've never done the egg because I don't like eggs. I know a lot of people like the egg in the ramen. I don't like eggs, so it's not really doing a lot for me. But, I mean, hey, I'll eat an egg and a tuna salad, you know. It's not the same, but that's the closest I got. I don't know what I'm going to work on. A spider just crawled across my screen, so I just lost. Yeah. That would freak me out, Morgan. I would be lost. I'd be like, no. I have chicken breast because a friend cooked it and froze it. That's a good friend. I like that. Keep those types of friends. OMG Morgan. Yeah, I would be like, what is with spider? I actually have noticed that it feels like I'm seeing more spiders this summer. Is that like a trend? Is that just in in Missouri? Because I know Morgan's in Missouri too. Is Missouri just being infested with spiders? Are they coming after us? Is it a Midwest thing? Anybody else? Let us know. Inquiring minds. Because I didn't see this many spiders when I was in Colorado. But since I've been back, it feels like I'm seeing them like everywhere, like not just normal places, but like all the places. And Shannon's like, no way, I'd be gone. I mean, you are pretty hilarious, Tiff. Me? Nope, never. I never laugh at you, Tiffany. I only laugh with you. Thank you, Regina. But what happens when I'm not laughing? Still working on code for my website, Faded Adventures. Oh, Shannon, you've been working on that all day. I still have to work tomorrow and a Saturday morning. Oh, boo. Actually, ready for September. This month is jam-packed with unwanted things. I feel that. I've never tried ramen with egg. I've had some egg with rice, but never that I've made. Again, I haven't tried it with egg either, so I don't know. But I'm assuming I wouldn't like it because I don't like eggs, and especially because most of the time, isn't the yolk like not quite done?
Yeah, it's runny.
Yeah. See, no. So yes, but I do put eggs in my fried rice when I make that, and like when I get it, from like the regular restaurants. So I guess saying I don't like egg, maybe I just don't like egg by itself because I just named two things that I will eat with eggs in it. Oh no, Morgan. Yeah. We had a lot of spiders a couple of weeks ago. When we got a lot of rain for several days. That could be it, Shannon, because we have gotten a lot of rain recently. And I'm one of those people that believes we didn't pay attention to the itsy bitsy spider correctly. Because, and I feel saying this may give Laura a horror story to write, but you know how like this song is always the itsy bitsy spider goes up the water spout and then down comes the rain and washes the spider out. And so people should always be like, oh, well, you can drown spiders, or, like you can flush them down the toilet, or like, down the sink or whatever. And I'm like, but nobody pays attention to the sun came out and dried out all the rain, and then the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Like, you never know.
My brain. So you started the nursery rhyme, and I'm like, what if it's not a drain, but like a rectum?
See, I told y'all, I figured I was giving her a story. We're going to come back from the sprint, and she's going to be like, can I read something? And we're all going to be freaked out about spiders for like forever. I knew it as soon as I said it. As soon as I see, everybody's like, oh, Lord.
I know.
I told you, as I said it, I was like, I'm giving her an idea. I know I am. It's so bad. So wait, Tiff, do you not put egg in anything, or just in general? Because I named. Oh, never mind. You said you answered me before I finished typing. Okay. Yeah, the coding has a lot of logic branching. The first time I'm trying this type of setup, so I'm going slowly, line by line. Plus, earlier I was working on the graphics for this, so just coding right now. Okay. I feel that that's kind of been my day with what I'm doing. Eggs being in cake, fried rice, and omelets. See, not the omelets. I will put them in cakes because you kind of have to. Well, if you do a gluten-free cake, though, does that have eggs in it?
Yeah.
Then what makes it gluten-free?
The wheat and the flour. It's not dairy-free. It's wheat-free.
Okay, there we go. That makes sense. I got you now. I always think, I don't know why, but I always think eggs are gluten too. But when you said wheat and flour, then it made sense because I was thinking of when you make bread.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. But I don't know why.
So like macarons are gluten-free because they use almond flour.
Oh, I didn't know that about macarons. That they use almond flour? Mm-hmm. I've never had a macaron. I always say that I'm going to have one, but I know that they're made a lot with egg whites. And since I have the egg thing, I'm like, but I really love it. Because I don't like meringues, which are made with egg whites. And so that's why I question if I would like it. So every time I want to buy one, I'm like, I don't know. I want to try it, but I'm scared. Oh yeah, the rain draws out spiders. So maybe that's what's happening. We had a whole bunch of rain. Probably some other things, but they aren't coming to mind. Why do we always end up on food conversations? I gotta stop that on my streams, except for when they're so fun. You're thinking of vegan. Maybe that's what I'm always thinking of. Vegans don't eat eggs. Maybe that's what it is. Okay. Hi, Mama Maggie. You don't really taste the eggs at all.
In the
What, in
macaron.
cakes? Oh, or in
Macaron.
macarons?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. There's this girl that I follow. I don't really follow her. It's just that I've clicked on so many of her videos. They keep popping up. And she's like a baker, but she bakes like in her home. And I feel like her main business is making macarons because it's like she's all like that's the thing she's always making. And she's got all these different flavors and different flavor icings or fillings like in the middle. And
Mhm.
they look really good. They've got all these different rainbow colors and everything. And so she makes me consider it. Uh, this combo is my fault for mentioning my dinner. No, it's not. Trust me, because as JC pointed out after you, it's not just my streams. I feel like all the streams chats somehow end up talking about food, and I just like food. So yeah, we do that. All right, but I am at the end of this stream. Laura, what are you gonna work on during the first part?
I'm going to finish reading over the critique of chapter 1 from this new critique that I got on
Okay.
Critique Circle and implement some changes and hopefully keep drafting chapter 2.
Okay.
6, Morgan.
Let's see, I was gonna go 4. um, can someone choose a number between 1 and 6 so I can choose what to work on tonight? Okay. Regina's with me. She said 4. JC said 5. And Laura said 6. So I don't know if we helped. Oh, and Shannon said 1. So again, I don't know if we helped. So, I mean, I could ask like my Alexa, maybe that could be like the definitive answer. Oh, Hayden said 4 is a nice number. JC said you have 2 4s, so majority rules. I don't
3
know.
4s now.
Oh yeah, 3 now. Okay. So yeah, so we're gonna do 30 minutes. I am either going to finish off the project that I've been working on all day, which I'm really offended that I've been working on it all day, or and I really feel like I'm not going to do it. Or I'm going to write, and I really want to write. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Unless I try to get into it and I can't get my head into it. Morgan said, okay, I'll go with 4. But see, now we want to know what's 4. Is that just me? Does anybody else want to know what 4 is?
4 is associated with death in China. So.
That's distressing because 4s follow me everywhere I go. Oh, yeah, CJC is not just you. I want to know. So, yeah. Okay, let me see.
Good thing we're in the US then.
Good thing with you. Oh, well, you might be right. This story does involve a lot of deaths, so that's fitting.
There you go.
Okay, guys. Oh, my father's calling me. So we're going to go into a spray. It's also ringing in my headphones. You can't hear it. And in 3, 2, 1, do the dang thing. It's a conspiracy, y'all. It's a whole conspiracy. I decided to go ahead and write, but I had to help my father with something before I could write. And then I did. And then I started writing, and I was in the flow, and I was doing good. And then my cousin called. And then I had to do something for her. And I'm just like, okay, it's a conspiracy. The universe is trying to keep me from writing today, but I will not be deterred. How did you do, Laura?
I went through the critique and I
Yay.
edited,
Yay.
and then I edited some more.
Yay.
And uploaded the revised first 1,000 words onto a critique. So I swapped out my whatever you call it, the meat of the matter. So when it goes live, it'll have the latest and greatest. But yeah, so a little bit of shifting here and there. Yeah, so so the insight was it's a little too obvious that it's a demon pretending to be an angel in the beginning.
Okay.
And I wanted the audience to get it, and the character is 12, so he would overlook things. But later on, that same demon is going to pretend to be an angel with an adult who's not stupid. So gotcha. I need to make sure that it's like, yeah, he can pull it off if he really wants to. So, yeah, edited that, did some tweaking. I really like it.
Yay.
Yeah.
Let's go through the chat really fast so we can get back to another sprint, because I kind of am almost in a zone right now. Hopefully nobody calls the next sprint. Mama Maggie said in Tarot 4s are cards of consideration, recuperation, discipline, and stability. Eva came in and said, hello. We had some highs for Eva. We had a cool gamer come in. Morgan said, oh, and the story that was number 4 was my project called Blood and Curses. So, ooh, I agree with JC. Ooh, nice. We had a Margaret, shakes hands made it ish.
Hello.
Yes, but we have a Margaret. Yay.
I have a question for you, Margaret.
Oh, we have a question, Margaret.
My story is taking place, the intro's in Wales, and then we switched to Whitby, England. Do you think, in your widely read opinion, should books that take place in the UK have UK spellings? Because I am not UK, but it takes place in UK with UK characters.
I feel like, and I haven't read as much abroad as I feel like Margaret, that's Margaret. Oh my God. It is Margaret and Morgan somehow combined in my head. Margaret. As Margaret has, but that's generally how I can tell if it's an American who wrote it or if it is someone who's British.
Because if I wanted to publish in America, they would usually want American spelling.
And maybe that's why I tend to find it, but I definitely notice like certain words that, yeah, if I'm reading, and for me, the first time I notice it, it always kind of, especially if it's like fully set in England, and and maybe it's because I understand like certain words are different in England versus here. The first time I see it, it kind of jars me a little bit. Doesn't completely take me out of the story, but it does kind of jar me, like, whoa, that's not how that's supposed to be spelled in England. And then I'll be like color, you know what I mean? and then once I get it and I'm like, oh, so okay, this must be like an American version or an American wrote it. Then when I see other words, then it's like, okay, I just kind of let it go and just read it as is. But the first one does always kind of like throw me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that helps, but that's my 2 cents with messed up names.
But it's also close first person POV. So it's like, are they thinking, it's a British person, are they thinking in British spellings? It's like, ah!
See, that I almost feel like they'd have to be, wouldn't they?
I don't know, man.
If they're thinking. Because, see, that always trips me out. Like, because I've read books where, you know, like say you'll have like someone who's Asian or someone who is Hispanic or Middle East, like something with a foreign language, right? And they'll have them like using the foreign language, like speaking when they're talking to people, but then they have them like in their thought process and they're not like thinking in another language. And I'm like, but wouldn't they think in the easiest language for them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The Harry Potter series, as controversial as it is British characters in Britain, and when they published it in America, it's American spellings.
Okay, but do you know what?
But it is third person.
When I watch Harry Potter, and what is it, like the first movie, the Christmas time,
yeah,
you know, when Ron's like, come down, you have presents. And he's like,
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas. And then we get to like, what is it, like the third or the fourth one? And all of a sudden they're saying Merry Christmas. And I was like, y'all little punks, you caved. Like, you caved. It always irritates me. I'm like, what happened to the Happy Christmas? Where, what? I get so offended every time they say Merry Christmas. I'm like, how dare you? So Mama Maggie is like, Laura, I just saw you here on Cat Stream earlier. You are everywhere. She has.
I was on Zara's, and then I had therapy, and then I had a doctor's appointment, and then I came back, and then I was on Cat Stream, and I'm here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Excuse me. Watching Unbelievable again before live stream at 7 p.m. Pacific. Assuming that's standard time. Can I make it specific? What?
Daylight time.
Oh, fine. Can I make it fast forwarding through 8 episodes? I don't know. Can you? Quarter minds want to know. I did absolutely no writing during that sprint. I doom scrolled ARG and researched a new local piano teaching group. I'm okay with all of them. Maybe not the doom scroll, but I like the researching a new local piano teaching. Yeah. Making progress for Shannon. I made pasta with garden sauce for dinner. All the veggies from the garden. Num num num. I like it. I did some brainstorming. That was from Morgan. I put some clothes away.
Hopefully you're still wearing some.
She's home. It's okay. We got some more highs. My dishes are calling from the sink. I put them in there to drown, but they keep floating to the surface.
That's when you put a glass. You put a glass on it to sink them all.
That's awesome. I love that. Your world building is amazing. That is to Laura from Mama Maggie. I finished putting up the groceries and am preparing to get in bed with my heating pad. I can't wait to read more.
Yay.
Margaret said, ooh, whales will be means vampires.
So Whitby, the ruins of Whitby Abbey are there. The thing is, this takes place before the novel Dracula is published, so I can't reference that this is the place that inspired Castle Dracula.
Okay. Of all the words, question mark. This is to JC. I hope you feel better soon. I literally don't care as a reader.
UK
he
or
said
American
that's
spelling.
a good question. Margaret said, I would say default to your own tradition unless there's like a document or newspaper quoted, then it should be in UK spelling.
makes sense.
Morgan also said, I use UK spelling randomly if it feels nice. And then Margaret said, just like you would with dialogue. So there are some options. I think I might have pulled something while I was in the store. Oh, no. So add that to my pain list. I hope the heating pad helps it. Absolutely. Go lay down, put the heat on, enjoy. Drink some tea. You know, it's always my default. There you go. Wait. I'm clicking Margaret's thing and it just keeps not showing up. But plan to spell for your market is what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
So, if that makes sense. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Mama Maggie also said local spelling for local words. But then again, I use UK words for a lot of things in normal day to day life. I mean, I was just telling somebody recently that my default, like when I've had a good writing day or like gotten all of my stuff done, has been watching the Great British Bake Off. And I find myself randomly saying things like herbs now and all the different like baking ways that they say stuff. So I get that with the using it sometimes in your day-to-day life. So yes, a book could go back and forth with gray and gray. And I'd not care a lick. I would if it was someone's name, but if you're just talking about the color, I don't think that I would. But I think I would notice it more if it was somebody's name, because I know both of those can be a last name. Or I think Gray can be a first name. And don't they have people in Britain whose first names are Gray? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I would notice more in a name. But if the dialect sounds very American for a British character, I'd probably notice, but spelling, nah. Also, everyone in my family now says car park instead of parking lot because of British Siri. I love that. Internet access makes the world smaller. Dialects aren't cut and dry. Not that they ever were. Very, very true. I love calling diapers nappies instead when my baby was a wee one. But wee is also like a wee one as opposed to a young one. That's very British or European. So yeah. Inner dialogue, up to you. I think the Regency romances written by Americans I've read use UK spellings and dialogue and internal dialogue, come to think of it. So you have that as well. Trash cans can become bins. I do that one. The
Rubbish
bin.
bins.
Yeah. And bits and bobs. I say bits and bobs all the time. In high school, I worked at a restaurant and fast food. And we were never allowed to say trash or rag. Also, what's the other one? Takeaway. I found myself sometimes saying takeaway as opposed to carry out. Bins and cloths. Happy Christmas forever. Can you make it? Today is my streaming off day, but I will have a long stream tomorrow. I think that's for Mama Maggie saying that. So if you guys are looking for Mama Maggie's stream, I think Mama Maggie, you're rich. Are you? If not, let me know so you can drop the link. I think I might. That's from Margaret.
She is not wrenched.
Oh, okay. Let me take care of that during the sprint. Watch the before on for episode 8 and then enjoy one episode. Ta-da! This one doesn't do that. We have some smiley faces and different faces. Plus, I'm looking for a few specific money scenes. Joanne,
give me that cheddar.
You know, and said hi to everybody. Margaret's, how you doing today, Eva? Glass half full or half empty? What about a quarter? Can it ever just be a quarter full or empty? I wish I could speed up Netflix. I've gotten so used to watching things on YouTube at 1.5 to 2 times. I thought you could speed up on Netflix. Can you not speed up on Netflix? I don't watch enough Netflix to know. So yeah. Drown the Dishes. LOL, never heard that one before. I mean, if you can, go for it. Oh, Morgan say I can speed things up on Netflix. So yeah, yeah, I'm watching Netflix at 1.5 is what Margaret said. I'm doing great. Got some happy pills and even Google answers keep me optimistic when I randomly decide to search things. That's always good. We have some hellos. We got a oh that's good. Some more hellos. Some more hellos. Tiffany and I mean, it's a whole thing. It is a whole thing. Let's see. Thank you so much, Eva. How are you today? Oh my gosh, how far back am I? OMG, I had a flashback to the Pussycat Dolls song, but great song, Margaret. Loosen up my buttons, babe. Okay. And then we had some I love these. Yes, I love saying takeaway. I know, it just sounds so cool. Take me away. Now I got a different song in my head for that one. LOL. We're all wrenched. Apparently not, Margaret. I almost called you Mama May. Too many M names in the group. I'm gonna start renaming y'all. Before I start combining names again. Oh, my bad. Spoke too soon. Soon even. The clone of Shannon is not wrenched. Oh, Shannon's not wrenched either. What am I doing with my world? Oh, let's see where we at. Let's see. I just finished the available episodes of the Netflix series I was watching, and now I'm sad. Aw, boo. Was it a good series though? I can't get it to speed up. Okay, someone tell Mama Maggie how to speed up Netflix because I don't watch enough to tell her. I've never tried to speed it up. Keeps convo going. I am rewatching Apothecary Diaries. I'll have to give that a shot. Ooh, speaking of JC, if you're here, because you would know this. I feel like maybe you would know this too, Laura. Because I just saw, because again, I don't really watch Netflix because I don't have it. But I just saw a preview for the Thursday Murder Club, I think is the title. They're doing a new movie version of it. It looks pretty good. But isn't that an Agatha Christie book?
I think
and
it's
I feel like JC would know.
I'm pretty sure it's based off a book.
I know, but I think it's Agatha Christie, isn't it?
That's Richard Osman.
It's not Agatha Christie?
Richard Osman.
Oh, that was my bad then. Okay. Could have sworn it was Agatha Christie. Okay. This crowd keeps me feeling young. Yeah.
Came out 2020. The book.
Okay, then I'm thinking of something totally different because what I'm thinking of. Hold on, I have to go look up what I'm thinking of. What were you watching, Eva? If anything can help you feel young, keep that around. Absolutely. Sneaky Pete is what I just finished. I feel like I've heard that name before. Don't even know of that one. In the bottom of whatever you're watching, there is a little dial thing next to the full screen and the subtitle button. So that must be how you speed it up. I wouldn't know because I don't speed things up. The yes from JC. Oh my gosh, I might almost be done. Some channel speeds slower because of those who speed up things, and so even 2 times speed isn't enough for me. I speed up reality TV shows because I can't handle the drama on normal speed. Which actually is pretty good. I love that. Nope, I know nothing about that. But with Netflix, I tend to pause every episode 13 times rather than finding myself in a rush. And I like the 10-second skip option while watching Big Brother after the live airing. Oh, I got to the end. Okay. And then someone... Are you kidding? There were earthquakes in New York and Jersey today? What? See if I feel that I need to speed something up, then I just don't watch it. How big? Yeah. I just saw something popped up on my YouTube where after the whole thing with the one over by Russia or in Russia, they were talking about how like what big earthquakes could be next, or like it was something about like the different, I guess, like continuation of earthquakes that we might see in the future. I didn't click on it, but now I might want to go back. 2.7. So it's not huge, but that's not great either. Um, but the drama, JC, I need to know what happens, but I can't devote my full time to it. Oh wow. Was that today, Mama Maggie? And then we don't all have the same hours or processing speeds for sure. And just a shimmy, but the problem is the entire East Coast is on old brittle rock. Yep. Um, so wow. All right, guys, we're gonna jump into a 45er. Do
I'm
what
gonna run to Costco. I'll try and be back in time.
I need some unbleached flour. Can you go ahead and pick that up for me, Laura?
I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Uh, Mama Maggie did say, wait a minute, can you run to Costco in 45 minutes and back?
Yeah. It's just down the hill.
Wow. Okay. See, our Costco is probably about 45 minutes from me. So that's why I was like, wow. All right, guys. So Laura's going to run to Costco. I'm going to keep writing and we're going to keep it going. So in 3, 2, 1, do that dang thing. And I don't know why.
What?
I was like, hello, everybody. We're back. And we picked up and I was like, nope, you can't hear me. I'm muted. But then again, I don't know why I keep talking, but I'm just still going to talk while I'm unmuted.
Not only are you muted, but the thing covered your mouth. So I was like, is she talking? Is she?
It's so bad. I'm having issues, y'all. My computer, it's not overheating, but it is getting really hot. So I put my my like little vent pad thing up under it, but the problem is that the thing that it sits on is very like slippery. So I almost have to keep it like balanced where you can't see me in order for it not to do that. Because it's been trying to do that all day. So yeah, it's great. It's great. We're all great. Everything's great. How was the Costco trip, Laura?
Well, my dad took the car, so I couldn't go.
Oh. I was so excited. I expect you to like be like, oh my god, we got all this stuff.
Yeah, I walked to the driveway and was like, oh, no car. Walk right back in.
Okay. Well then, how was your sprint?
I played with Roy for a bit and went through chapter 1 another time, and I'm getting ready to drive into chapter 2 again. Yeah, so I like how it's turning out.
And Miss Gwenna, what did you do? Coming in.
While y'all were doing your first sprint, my husband and I were grocery shopping and picking up the kiddo from daycare. And then during that sprint, we got home and I put away all of the groceries, which is a lot, and cleaned out our fridge so we had room for the groceries, and started dinner. Got the kid on the potty. Kid refused to go potty, and did a load of dishes from all the Tupperware that we emptied out of the fridge. I mean, like I was doing a lot. That was from start to finish. I did not stop moving until I saw there was 20 seconds on the timer, and I sat myself in this chair and I was like, no, I'm gonna see my friends today.
Nice.
Love that.
It's like, out of anything else, I will see my friends today.
I feel you in a little bit. Like, I don't know how many people know this. I know like the core group of us kind of know this, but I used to be a nanny for a while. And I'm like trying to remember stuff because over the weekend, or at least for the next few days, maybe I have to pick up my cousin's child from daycare and like take care of her until my cousin gets off. And that was one of my first thoughts, was like, I don't think we have kid food in the house.
Nope. And you have to have kid food in the house.
You have to have kid food. And it's because my cousins also
choose not to eat. So and then they'll go around lying, saying that you ain't feeding them.
Here's one of the fun things. And I'm pretty sure my cousin doesn't watch this. But my cousin's one of those people that's very specific about what her kids can eat. In the sense of, like she doesn't do pork or she doesn't do this and all the different stuff. However, I do know that there is someone else in our family, whenever they watch her child, they feed them whatever they want to feed them. And so that's now my question, is that I have to go to the grocery tomorrow to get kid stuff. And I'm like, do I get stuff that's like parent approved?
I don't know. Speaking as a parent of this generation, if someone fed my kids something I didn't want them to eat, I'd be pretty upset.
Right. Well, but when I was a nanny, that was the same conversation. That's why, what was I watching recently? There was a thing that they were talking about. Gentle parenting is going away or is not as popular now. And I was like, what's gentle parenting? Because I don't think I know that.
So there's authoritarian parenting, which is like really hardcore, like you will follow these rules, no ifs, ands, or buts. And then there's permissive parenting, which is letting the kids rule the house and kids get to do with it, whatever. And then
I definitely don't know that.
Gentle parenting is that authoritative parenting, which is like, yeah, you're a person, you can have some input, but boundaries exist and you will follow certain rules.
Oh, I don't know if I know that either. I think I know sit down,
Shut
don't
up.
be annoying.
Authoritarian parenting.
And if you do the wrong thing, you might as well just bend over because you're about to get a little back. So I stopped. So I was like, yeah, I don't know that one, but okay.
Yeah.
But it was very fun. I think I watched a video and the person was trying to explain it, and the way that they were explaining stuff, I was like, yeah, no, that's nobody I know in my family. That's not how they parent.
It's not. Yeah. Yeah, no, authoritarian parenting is like, this is what's for dinner, you will eat. And if the kid doesn't want to eat, they'll sit at the table and be forced to eat, right? Permissive parenting is asking the kid what they want to eat and then serving it to them, and then the kid throws a tantrum because they changed their mind, right? And authoritarian or authoritative parenting is like providing the kid whatever's for dinner that you decided, and then the kid gets to decide whether or not they want to eat that. But I'm not offering them more food. So if they get hungry enough, they're going to eat it.
I think my family was closer to that last one. At least my mother was closer to that last one. My father is probably closer to the one where it's like, that's what you're going to eat, and therefore you sit there until you eat it. Yeah. And I think the reason my mother was closer to the last one is because I do remember there was one time, I think it was liver and onions. And my father was like, you're going to sit there until you eat it. And I was like, then I guess we'll just sit here. And after about a day of me not eating, my mother was like, I'm not going to starve my child because you want to, do this. And she was like, also, yeah, you're stubborn right there. Look, mirror. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But no, I was like, it's very interesting. So I am probably going to err on the side of getting something, that works for what her mother wants. Because
that's a smart decision. That avoids drama.
It's not my child.
Exactly.
I don't get to set the rules, but yeah. And it's not like anything I would get her is something that my father wouldn't eat or I wouldn't eat or, whatever. It's no liver and onions. So
that's trying to feed it liver and onions.
No, I can't. So we had some discussion about the Appalachians and like the East Coast and all the quakes. There was a lot of quake conversations going on and volcanoes. And I
older than trees. Did you know the Appalachian Mountains are older than trees?
Yes, I think I did know that. But only because when I was in photography school, one of my professors, that was like a thing that he did every time we had a break. He had this thing about photographing the Appalachian Mountains. And so he was backpacking and hiking through them and photographing them and like camping as he went. So that's why I know a bit of the things that I know about the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah. I don't know. He wanted to do a book, and I don't know because I was done before it would have come out. He was still, camping through there. So I don't know if he actually ever did. And in true me fashion, while I can remember the fun facts and like that he did it, can't remember his name. So I couldn't even look it up. And then Eva, I really want to know, what's the volcano baby story? Why don't I know this? But I'm very curious what the volcano baby story is. And
I remember talking about it, but I can't remember. Like they were going to sacrifice a baby into a volcano or something.
See, I felt like that sounds familiar now that you said that. And it was Eva writing it or something like that?
I think so.
Yeah, see, I feel like that sounds familiar. So I don't know if that's what we were talking about, but it was very interesting. Mama Maggie also dropped if anyone is curious about all the words August writing and editing routine building challenge, here's the link. And then, which I love, she was like, oops, wrong video. That's the one about the local wildfires. And this is the video. So this is tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time. So if you guys would like to go hang out with Mama Maggie and get some words in, she's fun to stream with, guys. So yes, I generally am not up. So, or at least if I'm up, my TV's not on. I've been trying to do this thing where I don't turn on my television before a certain time in the day. And I don't, like, I look at my TV to do my devotional or my phone to do my devotional, but then I'm trying to do like the work or like read or listen to a podcast or something, like to start my day off more so than, you know, like the what's on Facebook type of conversation or what's on YouTube. So I'm trying to be better at it. I'm not great, but I'm trying. And then Margaret said, ooh, I finished the final episode. The scenes I was looking for weren't till the end. Okay, dinner, then getting ready for stream with Leslie. So also, Margaret's a fun person to stream with as well, if you guys are looking for something. So yes, and ooh, Eve, I remember that story. And Shannon's like, ooh, a moderator now. So yeah. Because I like you, Shannon. Just finished coding the logic branching for my website and had hubby run through it to see if it was working, and it did. So happy because I never coded anything like this before. That is awesome. Essentially, participants are trying to find an answer in the Fated Adventures, and they get sent on a hunt to talk to different characters in the world, and some they can choose from a variety responses and conversations, which then lead to other convos. So like a game with NPCs. Love it. This was a vision for my website over a year ago. That is awesome, Eva. I love that video. So yeah,
That's really cool, Shannon.
No, because I pulled up Eva. I meant to say Shannon. Names tonight have been hard. I'm so sorry. I wanted to have something for readers to feel immersed in the world and talk to the characters. That's so cool. It almost kind of makes me think of
Choose Your Own Adventure.
Yes, but what is the thing? World Anvil? Is that the one where people who do like the gameplay?
Indeed.
Yeah, it kind of makes me think of that, but also just for your, readers and your characters. So that's really cool. And then we have Gwenna. World and talk to characters. So because she had talk with the E. And then, oh no, Laura, about the car, and Eva wants to go. I want to go to Costco. Sometimes there's one in the city, right? There's a few over here, Eva. I don't know about on your side of the river, but I know they've added a few. I think I could think of like 3 off the top of my head, and I don't know which one would be closer to you because I'm not even positive which ones are closer to me. And I'm definitely closer to you than I think any of them are. So I don't know. Ouch, no car is hard. And some high Gwennas. It's too hot for the bike today. I don't know about where you are, Mama Maggie, but here I firmly agree. Prices are starting to look like communal living prices and bulk buy. Yeah.
I bought a hairbrush today. A hairbrush. $22.
Say what now?
For a hairbrush. The kind you can use in your shower, not the kind you use back. Just one of the kinds that you can pull through your hair in the shower. $22. Lord have mercy.
I mean, there was something that popped up and it was talking about the different tariffs that are
Brush, thank you.
in effect right now, and I was just like,
oh 7.
No.
Should have been 3. Should have been 3.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. I feel you on that.
Reel it back in.
It's okay. I didn't pull Morgan. Husband made dinner. That's awesome, Morgan. I was about to say, dang, Gwenna, way to maximize the sprint. Oh, for all the stuff that you did.
I did a lot. In that 30 minutes. 40 minutes. However long y'all were going.
Yeah, the hairbrush I bought was
maybe
$23.
23, Laura.
It's the curl keeper. It makes my hair not explode.
Whew. I can maybe, like, I rarely, if ever, babysit anymore, Eva, or do the nanny thing. I'm really only doing this because my aunt's on vacation and my cousin needs somebody to take care of her kid. But yeah, it was good times. But you know, it's a lot to take care of children, especially when they're not your own and you're like following other people's rules in other people's houses.
It's a lot. Kids are a lot.
Running their children randomly around the city of Denver. Yeah. Nice, Morgan. That's a good husband. Follow the parents' rules unless you think the child is lacking or in danger. Yeah, that's generally how I look at it. So, like I said, I probably will go through and do all the different stuff. Gwenna, this gal rocked my world last time she was on.
You're sweet, Margaret.
99.72% of parents fall in a range that includes all three. Oh, because we were talking about the general parenting and everything. According to the official Parenting Statistics Handbook. We went to a lot of the whole and the homeschooling and oh, good Lord.
Yep, we went everywhere.
Rabbit hole. Oh, yes, this was my childhood because I said so, or I'll give you something to cry about. Yeah. Those all sound very, very familiar.
That's flashback material right there.
Yeah. The Volcano Baby story is a fantasy story that has one plot line that starts with the baby sacrifice that becomes a deity. Okay. Yes. And yes, it was on one of Nia's streams where the Volcano Baby story was born. All right. It was a born way before I found Arthur 2. Project Arrow is the Volcano Baby story, born circa 2012. My baby. So there we go. Yay. Let's see. We had some great work for the coding. Oh, this is when I messed up the names because he was like, "What did I do?" And Shanna's like, "Tiffany said good job to you after reading what I wrote." Yes, people lost it about the hairbrush. Dinner was consumed. My energy has crashed. I'm going to play. Is that Paula?
Palia, I think.
Palia now? Okay. I agree. Have fun, Morgan. Dinner has been consumed here too. Stopping before eating it all to have leftovers. That is very good self-control, Margaret. We're proud. I, however, was like, I think I made too many fries and had about this many left and was like, oh, well. And kept eating. Okay, where are y'all buying hairbrushes? Because I got one at Walmart for $7 and it was a detangler type of hairbrush.
Kroger.
There you go.
Amazon.
Let's see. My kid has the attitude of a 13-year-old.
Same.
Did you link the stream you're on? And Margaret said, nah, I'm on my phone. Let me switch. Okay, cool. Because, yeah, if you want to link the stream, Margaret, by all means, we're only going to do one more sprint. It's a 30-minuter. It's a 30-minute-y. It's 30 minutes. And we're going to then skedaddle and run away for the
See
night.
if the car is back yet.
Ooh. Let's see if she can do a 30-minute Costco run.
I have never in my life seen someone succeed at a 30-minute Costco run. This is gonna be Olympic level shopping.
It's gonna be for the books.
Well, she was gonna do one. Was it a 45-minute one? So,
but my dad had taken the car, so hopefully he's back and I can take the car.
Yeah,
so I need that rotisserie chicken for dinner. It's just
what do you need?
Rotisserie chicken for dinner.
That's so funny because that's exactly what we're eating for dinner. Is a rotisserie chicken.
I did that a few weeks ago. If you just need something and you're gonna make about 5 different meals from it, a rotisserie chicken is always fun.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. Margaret here, before I pull this up, did drop it. It's not a working stream. It's talking about activism and decolonization with Leslie from Books, Guru, and Purrs. And here is the link, Relaxing Evening Watch. So if you guys want to head over, even if you just go over and hit the like button and, just give some love, show some support, we would appreciate it. Eva's like, set a timer, record it. Costco back over. Under 30.
You know what's crazy? So I work in the dementia ward, right? So a lot of people there are like 70s or older.
Uh-huh.
I have to clean up certain areas, and they randomly put stuff in one of the baskets on one of the displays. I found a Price Club Costco card from 97. It's like, how... You have moved from your house to this retirement home and you brought it with you? You've had it? How you still have this?
That's insane.
I mean, I can kind of get that.
Too, because a woman would never keep that in her purse for that long.
I think it was 97. It might have been 93, but it was still Price Club. It was before it was just Costco.
I can kind of get it because I don't still have it now, but when I moved back to St. Louis, I opened up one of my wallets and I still have my Blockbuster video rental card.
Okay, I still have my Blockbuster gift cards.
Oh, I don't have that.
To be fair,
so
my Lord of the Rings gift
sometimes
cards, so...
random stuff gets lost there.
It had a pretty picture from the Two Towers on it.
That's crazy. Wow.
JC has faith in you because she's like, I don't know. Laura strikes me as someone who can be laser focused when she goes to the store. So yes, and then we went down a whole rabbit hole of all the different Costco's and different things. My youngest and I can do 30 minutes in Costco, but our Costco also always has a 30-minute checkout line, so it's an hour no matter how fast we shop. Yeah, see, that's where I'm questioning. I don't think that, I don't doubt you can run through Costco in 30 minutes. I'm questioning the checkouts.
I was questioning the drive because it's California traffic.
It's 5 minutes.
Yeah, because she said it's down the street or something like that.
It's just down the hill.
Yeah. So yes, that's where I'm wondering. I was like, okay. All right, guys. I'm giving you a few 8 seconds extra. Laura.
Peace out, Girl Scout. I'll be back.
Yay. All right, guys. For all the words and all the marbles, do that dang thing. Laura. Look at you. Did you make it?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
I turned my camera on and showed off my haul midstream.
Look at you. So proud.
Yeah, 24 minutes. The longest part was circling the parking lot trying to find stupid space.
Oof. Yeah.
Because the parking lot is also under construction. So, because they are building a new Costco gas area. So they blocked off a huge chunk of it and are converting it into the gas stations and put in a new stoplight. And I think they're going to convert the old gas station area into more parking. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I literally just walked up to self-checkout. It was nice.
I've heard a lot of stores are thinking about getting rid of self-checkout in the future for a couple of different reasons. One, I heard apparently they thought it was supposed to shrink, which is theft, and instead it's increased it. And I was like, duh.
Heck yeah.
And then the other one was because I guess the cost of maintenance for those machines, to
It's
keep
not trained people using them.
Yeah. To keep it exactly how they want it to be isn't cost effective or as cost effective as they thought it would be. And I was like, I'm fine with that. I mean, I don't mind a good self-checkout because they tend to be faster, but also in this economy, yes, let's bring back more jobs. So yeah. I'm perfectly okay with that. So I was in a zone.
AutoZone?
But that even would have been better. Until I probably should have just in parentheses put name here, but no, I had my character go, all I really wanted to do was read the new mystery thriller by, and then I was like, oh, I need a title or I need an author. And so then I went looking for an author name that could work for me. And then my other character was supposed to get really excited and be like, oh my God, which book are you talking about? And list off the names of the books. Do you know how hard it is to find book names that are not actual book names?
Question, why don't you just put your own author name there and then put your other books?
Because I don't write mystery thrillers, and it's a mystery thriller. But I like the idea.
I was just thinking.
Because I did have a story. It didn't come out because I'm still working on it, and there's some rewrites and different things happening. But I did have one where I did use a couple of my author friends' names that write contemporary romance. Right. And the main chick, she was like, all I wanted to do this weekend was go home and read, and I'm not going to say whose names because I don't want to give away who I used. But I put their names in there, and then I let it be proofread, and there was some stuff that needed to be changed and worked on. And at the time, I didn't have time to get back into it, so it never came out. But so I have done that before, but hey, if y'all write mystery thriller and you want me to put your names in there, do. Drop it in the chat, because like I said, right now I've got Miles Crow.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like
it's my author, and I got no names for Miles Crow. I came up with one title name. It's The Silent Vanishing, I think it was. And
how about Beneath the Crow's Talons?
Ooh, maybe. And so yeah, but I was like, I went down a long rabbit hole of searching for titles and names, and I was like, Tiffany, I think I was about halfway through when I was like, and there was only about 2 minutes left. It's like, you just wasted about 15 minutes that you could have been moving on.
Count the pits.
What about you, Gwenna? Did you also get caught in rabbit holes?
Yes and no. I feel like I wasted most of my day off kind of just like trapped by indecision on what to do. It's that point of my monthly cycle where I'm just like constantly trapped by indecision on what to do though. So like I know this week's going to be an indecisive one for me. That being said, no, that sprint I fed my child and then she had another accident. So Dada handled another accident for me. That was very kind. Because I had just started to finally do something with my day, which is go through and okay, pet peeve of mine.
Okay.
Because I have taught myself punctuation with dialogue tags 4 times, and it does not stick in my brain.
Oh no!
I will put period before blank said all day long. I will put commas inside and outside of quotations all day long. I'm so bad at this. It is like rocks. I can't. 4 times I have taught myself this, and 4 times I have forgotten the rules. So,
oh my God. You should have been. I had JC cracking up last night because I jumped on her backstage just to tell her something real fast, and then it ended up being like 2 hours. You should have been there because I don't remember how we got into my annoyance with commas, and you saying this was right there, and I had her cracking up because all of a sudden I was just like, you know what? And commas get on my nerves because this, and whatever. You know what? Let's eat, Grandma. She should have said her happy-go-lucky butt down.
So, anyways, I've got a rule sheet about dialogue tags up in another tab, and I was going through my manuscript, applying the rules line by line. So
yes, I feel you. Commas, bane of my existence. Like you just spoke to my heart right there.
4 times. 4 times, Tiffany. I still don't know when to and when to not capitalize after a quotation. Okay.
Oh, no.
I'm so bad.
Okay, so I can remember if the person, and I think it's more because Morgan kind of drilled it into my head. If it's like such and such, she said, then I know it's like comma and it's not capitalized, and there you go. But it's when you get into like told and like whispered and spoken and all the little other random ways that people talk that I'm like, is this a comma? Is this a period? Is this, you know what? Eat, Grandma. Nobody cares.
I'm so bad at it, Tiffany. And I feel like I'm wasting my critique partner's time because they're going through my document and like fixing all of that. I'm like, that's not what you should be focusing on. Mm-hmm. But thank you for pointing it out to me.
I also get annoyed with like the sentences where you need the comma before the and then the sentences you don't need the comma before the and.
I'm so bad at punctuation.
Like, dude. So, yes, I love blood between the notes, Laura.
Thanks.
And a drop of scarlet. Oh, I love that. See, this is what I should have put in the comments, and then you would have given me titles, and I wouldn't have spent 15 minutes looking for stupid title.
Big facts. If you need horror, thriller, or anything, you go to Laura.
I know, because I'm like, blood between the notes is just good. Murder by Starlight. I'm stealing all of these, Laura, just so you know.
All right.
I'm stealing every single one of them, and I they won't be necessarily in this story. Why did I open up my calculator in order to take a picture of your of your title? I don't want to talk about it.
That was such a Gen X moment. Are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah. I feel like that would have been like a cripple moment where you just kind of feel your bones shudder a little bit.
It's so funny that you said this like a Gen X moment. Can I just tell you, my father and I have this whole debate every single time I do something, because I don't really think my father knows what generation I am, but if I do something, he's like, you millennials. I'm like, I'm not a millennial.
That is so so funny that he thinks you're a millennial.
Or he'll be like, what did he call me the other day? He's like, you Gen Wiser. And I was like, that's not even a generation. What is that?
Wow.
Like, he just goes down whatever list. But generally, it is a millennial. He loves to call me. He's like, you millennials. And I'm like, not a millennial, Dad. So far from a millennial.
That's delightful.
So yeah, we even, what was it? I think one time we were sitting out in the living room and we have like the Google, like voice thing. And so I asked Google, like, what year were millennials born? What year was Gen Z born? What year was this born? Like, what all the generations were. And I still like completely said it. And then I started to walk away. He was like, asking a computer, such a millennial thing. I was just like, I'm done.
You can't fix him. There's no hope for him.
I was like, yeah, I'm done. You're sure. You're right. Yes. Total millennial. I'll let take it. Yeah. So I appreciate, JC, that you believe commas are necessary. They're just annoying.
Yeah, so that's what I did that sprint after after feeding my offspring and my husband.
Laura's trying to help you out. Dialogue, comma, quotation mark, she said, period.
I know. It's just the action tags, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Action tags and like determining action tags and capitalizations and all that. Like, I have the rule sheet up right in front of me, y'all. It's in the other tab, but I have to have it up. Because it doesn't stick. It's like I have 3 times learned what HOV stands for, and like the far left lane.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. High occupancy vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Because I'm like, human occupied vehicle? What is that?
I had a thought in my brain today. I'm like, does a hearse count as a high occupancy vehicle if there's the driver and a dead body? Does the dead body count?
Only if the dead body is a fetus or a man.
Wow.
Sorry, let me back off my little pedestal here. My apologies. Let me back off that pedestal.
Hey, it's my channel. I don't care.
Anyways.
You choose to knock me down once before I get back up. So, I may need you to send me your cheat sheet for the commas and everything else, because
I just Googled it.
Seriously. Okay. I may have to Google, because I tell you, I had JC, I don't know how many times I was just like, forget grandma, eat her. She shouldn't need me to call her for dinner anyway. Next time, just come to dinner when you think it smells like it's done. And then we went down this whole rabbit hole of like, we looking at grandma like, ooh, she looked tasty tonight. We're like, add a little seasoning.
Shannon, that was there was a case like that in Georgia and she won. So a pregnant woman is considered 2 people in the high occupancy.
Really?
Lane. Yep, in Georgia.
Okay. Really, JC? Not the reindeer. All right, guys. We are going to take off. We've had lots of fun hanging out with you. And I know normally you don't know where you're going to be.
Bitch, I don't know where I am. I don't know where
Laura's been popping up here and there.
I think you're in the U.S., Gwenna.
I think so too. Maybe.
Slash and burn. That is so good. But Laura, do you know where you're gonna be? Because you've been popping up all over the place here and there, random.
Well,
doing pop-up streams. Did y'all catch
Wednesday night or Tuesday night through Thursday night is my weekend. So
okay,
I did it during my weekend. So who knows when I'll be back? Probably Tuesday night or Wednesday.
Well, subscribe to Laura, because the other night, and granted, I don't think you knew because I'm not sure I said anything, but I was in your chat when you did your pop-up. But I was like moving around and getting ready for bed, and I think that's why I don't think you knew. But yeah, she will do pop-ups. She pops up on everybody's stream, so definitely look around for Laura. Shannon said, don't forget about the AWC anthology. Do you want to drop that link for Shannon? Because I know you were talking about it in your stream. They're still looking for submissions, I believe it is. I pulled it up. Got a little confused by the dates, because I know you said you're still looking for submissions, but also...
Yeah, we extended it by a month.
Okay, that's where I got confused, because I was looking at the dates and the amount of words, and so I was trying to think if I could put together something for you. So if you want to drop that, Shannon, that would be great. I will be back on Saturday with Nia for Small Town World. We are talking...
This is the cover. This is the cover I made for it.
What is happening in my world?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh, that's why. Okay, hold on.
Did you? Okay. I gotta go.
Bye.
Okay. Oh, bye. Okay. Okay, Bonds That Bloom and Bind. So here's the cover that Laura made. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, so it goes to the end of the month. The max is 7,500 words.
Okay. See, that's where I messed up, because I could have sworn I heard you on your stream, Shannon. And I was like, oh my God, how big is this anthology going to be? I thought I heard you say the max is 75,000 words.
7.5.
And I was like, I don't think I can write something like that big, that fast. But maybe, but then I looked and it said that it was like 5,000 words. And I was like, wait, is it 75,000 or is it 5,000? But okay, the 7.5 is better. Shannon's like, oh Lord. So yeah, I don't know what I was hearing. See, that's, shouldn't read and listen at the same time, or write and listen at the same time, because you hear 75,000. I will be updating the form tomorrow once I get my website done. Okay. Morgan's like, I don't think an anthology can be that big. Well, that was why I was questioning, because she was saying that she needed more people, and I was like, all of them are writing 75. Like, oh my gosh, how big does she want them? So yeah, I mean, it could be 75,000 stories together, maybe. Yeah, but in my head, I thought that was what she was saying. So I have issues. I will be back, like I said, on Saturday with Small Town Worlds with Nia. I believe we are discussing summertime and vacations in your small town.
Summertime sadness.
Wait a minute, that's not the song I thought you were going.
Lana Del Rey.
Oh my God. Morgan's like, big enough to fend off attackers if you hit them.
To be fair, I do have 2 anthologies on my shelf that are this thick and double columned on each paper. On each side.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. What was I was watching something recently with it was this person talking about her favorite Black romance novel. And there was a romance novel, and like it had to have been about this thick. And I was like, I don't know if I've ever seen a romance novel like that. I was like, that's like fantasy, sci-fi. That's like a romance novel. It was huge. So yeah, I was like, wow, okay. Yeah, see, I was going a little bit in this direction, JC. Summertime and Living is Easy, but I was also a little Will Smith.
That's the same song.
It is?
Summertime and the living's easy. Yeah.
Okay. I also was going a little bit, was it Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff? Summer, summer, summertime. So yeah, we were in a whole moment. Okay, so that is for Shannon, between her and Morgan. So guys, we're going to take off. And again, I didn't get a chance to upload the outro, so we're just going to say bye.